And I've become part of a movement that's often known as evolutionary medicine, which is how to apply evolutionary theory and data to issues of health and disease.
Evolutionary medicine. I've never heard that term before, but I love it. Where has your work on evolutionary medicine, let's call it, where has that taken you? Where has it taken you to learn, to research, to study?
You know, so much of what we think about in terms of health and disease comes from a tiny fragment of the world's population. Almost entirely, like 90% of all the medical information comes from people from the United States, Canada, Europe, and Australia. So in order to study how bodies really work and how our bodies evolved to be, you have to leave places like Boston, where I live, and go to places like Africa or Mexico or wherever to look at other populations and look at how those populations are transitioning to lifestyles like mine. And so we've been working in Kenya for the last 15 years or so. And I've traveled to some other parts of the world as well, India, to kind of collect some data, but mostly in Africa.
After doing all of this work and after taking in all of this information, how has it shifted your perspective on running, exercise more broadly? Have there been any sort of significant cognitive perception changes?
Yeah. I actually had it doesn't happen very often, but I had kind of an epiphany moment when I was working in Mexico. We were collecting data on the Tarahumara, also famous for their long distance running.